Hey everybody, I'm Ron Hawkins.
I'm Ed Pugh, and today we're going to talk with you about our figure lines.
All right. Right off the bat, we're going to start with Bones USA. Bones USA, in 2021, we gave away and sold over 100,000 Bones USA figures. And this year, we've got even bigger plans. Now, right off the bat, we're going to see a change with Bones USA. Bones USA is no longer a product line per se.
Right.
It's now going to be split into two different lines. So let's talk about that just a little bit. What's going to happen with Bones USA, the 30,000 range? What are we going to do with that?
You'll see a new card, which you see above. It'll be in red, and it's our Reaper Legends line. It's a multi-genre line, and it's almost basically anything you've ever seen us do anyway in metal. So you're going to find fantasy and steampunk and sci-fi, and right now you can go look, and there's even a dwarf butcher in there. So anything that's fun, anything that's relevant.
Will we find more gingerbread men in there?
You've got one. You've got one gingerbread soldier. He might need a commander.
He may need a wizard or something to go with him.
So anything's possible over in the Reaper Legends line.
It's the 30,000 range. So basically, the 30,000 range, all we're doing is just changing the card and the name of the line, right?
Correct.
But it's still Bones USA plastic in that line. We're just calling it Reaper Legends now, right?
Correct.
So the 30,033 gingerbread man is still 30,033 gingerbread man. He's just on the Reaper Legends card under the Reaper Legends brand, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Bones USA is just the process that all these miniatures are made in.
Correct.
Okay. Seems pretty
Easy
simple.
enough.
All right. Now, the other line, Dungeon Dwellers. Same
Yes.
thing. A little bit more of a
Focused.
change here. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on with Dungeon Dwellers?
Well, it's a very focused line that fits its name. It's just going to be designed for fantasy dungeons. Everything you could expect to see in a dungeon, bosses and kobolds and goblins and orcs and then player characters and all of that. It's going to be a very hyper-specific presentation
Dungeon-centric.
Dungeon-centric.
we
There's
like
a
to
good
say.
term.
Dungeon-centric.
Dungeon-centric. There's a good term.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, so the metal figures, this used to be a metal line, but it's no longer a metal line, correct? We've taken those metal figures and done what?
They're now over in the Dark Heaven Legends line with all the other metal figures.
So we just gave them a Dark Heaven Legends part number and put them in the Dark Heaven Legends line.
Right.
Now, the figures that were metal
Are currently...
right? What are we going to do with those in plastic?
They're currently being also converted over to fill back in the same space they had, same SKU and everything, but they'll now be in the Bones Black process.
Dungeon Dweller card.
Yeah.
On the Dungeon Dweller card. So all those metal Dungeon Dwellers that you know and love are going to be turned into Bones USA plastic, put back in their original part numbers, back into the range, and you're just going to be able to get those in plastic in the 7,000 Dungeon Dwellers range now.
Or over in the Legends line in metal.
Okay.
So again, very easy peasy.
It's your choice. Your choice. Plastic in the Dark Heaven or metal in Dark Heaven or plastic in the Dungeon Dweller range in the 7,000 series.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense. I got that. I think I got that. All right.
Okay.
Now, speaking of Bones Classic and Bones Black, what's happening in 22 with those two particular lines?
New releases.
Okay. So we can see figures in both lines, and larger figures will go into box sets, right?
Yes,
Which we'll
we
talk
can
about
see.
that later. Okay. And then metal. Anything changing in metal?
Nothing's changing in metal, although that there will still be more metal releases in various lines. Warlord, we get a lot of questions about that. There's not really going to be any more releases in Warlord. It was done as a standalone item. All the figures are done. The books are done. Warlord's Warlord. But Dark Heaven Legends, yes, sure. You're definitely going to see it there.
Okay.
So,
And the same thing as you can see on the logos behind us. We're still producing officially licensed Pathfinder miniatures, officially licensed Savage Worlds miniatures in metal, and we'll continue to do that as well.
yes.
So, okay, well, I guess that's about it. And retailers, if you want to pick up these product lines, you can do so from your distributor or online anytime at reapermini.com.
There we go.